This is every single stock inside of my $37,000 passive income portfolio as requested. Starting off strong with my tech giants, I have Microsoft and Apple. They make up about 18% of my entire portfolio, about $6,000. Side note, I'm going to go pretty fast and I'm only going to show the amount of shares that I have with each stock, so if you have a specific question, let me know in the comments. I then have 19.41 shares of Coca-Cola. That makes up about 3% of my entire portfolio, followed by Pepsi that only makes up about 1% of my entire portfolio. I have 3.08 shares. Hormel Foods was one of my biggest hitters, but now it's one of my biggest losers. I'm down about $300, almost $400, but I only have 31.73 shares of Hormel Foods. And then Starbucks, I have 18.10 shares. One of my all-time favorite stocks, Costco, I have 4.2 shares, and they're one of my biggest earnings. I then have about 11 shares of Target. I have about 66 shares of SPHD, one of my favorite ETFs, followed by my all-time favorite ETF, which is SCHD. I have about 45 shares. I then have about 49 shares of Realty Income, 17 shares of AT&T, and 16 shares of Verizon Wireless, followed by about 15 shares of Johnson & Johnson. I then have about 16 shares of MRK, 14 shares of Pembina, and 10 shares of OKE. I then have about 39 shares of EPD, about 12 shares of Chase Bank, and then about 12 shares of Main Street Capital. Last but not least, I have about 27 shares of Prospect Capital. The rest of these stocks that I have gotten are from people using my link. So for those that want to know,